Hello, and welcome back to Fate Extra. So, it's finally time for us to beat Archer and his servant and his Master Dan. Last time we went a few more times to the arena, got everything, did the Fujimura quest and all that, and now we're finally gonna end the second adversary. So, without anything else, let's carry on to the last day. Oh, hello. Well, isn't that just lovely? Today is the elimination battle. I trust your preparations went smoothly. I turned towards the voice coming from behind me. He wears clothes of a priest, which in the end only makes his snide tongue more jarring. Come to the first floor when ready. You can do something trifling like stop by the commissary if needed. Apparently finished, he opens the door and lets himself out. In preparation for the elimination battle, I should go to the chapel and the commissary, or I could go to my personal room and sort out my information from on the enemy servant. And then once that's in order, I'll go where Katumini is. And just like last time, there is absolutely no one here. We are basically the last people to go in. So let's go ahead into our private room and see if we can organize our thoughts. Before anything, let's speak to Saber. Nothing new. And let's organize our information. Alright, let's review the information we have. Dan Blackmore. Our opponent this time is a veteran soldier. Since I could never hope to make up decades of experience in a week, he's clearly got the advantage. I'm the inferior master, but when it comes to servants, his servant's class is... It's obviously an archer. That day in the arena, the servant fired a poison arrow at me. That kind of precise marksmanship was enough to tell me the enemy class is archer. It's also clear that shot severed some kind of bond between master and servant. Dan forbidden his servant to use his bow to fire poison arrows. That bow is his noble phantasm called. The name of the noble phantasm that Dan forbid the servant from using was... the U-bow. The name of the servant unerring bow is the U-bow. After Archer wielded it in the prep period, Dan utilized the command seal to disable its use further, telling him to fight fairly. Fighting face to face with honor and pride. Seeing as how Archer fought so differently in life, of course he doesn't get his master's value. The girl who helped me deduce that was the skies-gazing beauty from the third floor, Rani. With the remains of the archer arrow, she showed me the forest he held dear. The name of that forest was... the Sherwood Forest. And there we go. Our enemy servant... Right. It was Sherwood Forest. There is only one heroic spirit who is active there. Robin Hood. There is zero doubt as to the enemy archer's true name. Even with his true name and taking into account the discord between master and servant, can I win? Our servants are pretty evenly matched, so if I can step up my game as a master... There we go. We can take a look at his matrix now. Take a look more at things. Matrix. Archer. There we go. Robin Hood is his name. In the origins of the legend of the chivalrous thief who dwelt in the Sherwood Forest are a subject of constant and spirited debate. It is generally acknowledged that there is an actual person who held the name Robin Hood, and that he died at the hands of his aunt, the prioress of Kirkles, who believed to have bled him to death in the guise of administering aid of his wounds. However, many of the exploits attributed to him are a curious amalgamation of Celtic, Greek, and Druid mythologies. One of the most persistent of the Robin Hood legends identifies him originally as a faceless hero who was born from the prayers of the residents of the British Isles, weary of the seemingly... Oops, sorry, that's that's an alarm. Where were we? Right. Born from the residents of the British Isles, weary of the seemingly endless incursions and invasions of their country. They asked the heavens for someone to fight off the foreign invaders. Uh, current legend pegs Robin Hood as a representative of the Green Man, a spirit of the woods who would carry out the actions and deeds that the common layperson could not do. It was this belief that transformed the name into a title assumed by a number of nameless, faceless heroes who took up the mantle of protecting the people. Those who assume the identity of Robin Hood tend to be very conflicted young men, incredibly virtuous and honorable, yet always working out of the shadows, like an assassin or thief. There seems to be a slight tinge of cowardice to their makeup, to cover the self-loathing that also seems to be part of every Robin Hood's personality. They all uniformly adopt a somewhat combative and derisive attitude. And though every person to adopt the Robin Hood persona fully values life above all else, they have little appreciation for their own. Like the original Robin Hood, he is under the protection of the fairies, and is well versed in the archaic lore of the druids. And like all defenders of the forest, his knowledge of natural occurring medicines and poisons is second to none. There we go, it's Robin Hood. That is the name of our new adversary. Let me see, do we actually have a... We don't have any skill points that need using, but we can still go to the church and say goodbye to the sisters. While we're here, there's nothing new here. We can buy a few more remedies. I'll buy 5 more. And, small amount. Yeah, we can... I'll buy 10 of these. Just in case. I am hoarding the medicines. They don't transfer over for new game. I think they don't transfer over to new game plus. The only thing that I was looking it up, and the only thing that transfers for new game, I think it's money, equipment, and enemy patterns. You came for an alteration before the fight. You're okay. It's the same thing she said the other day. All right, so let's go on ahead. You will now enter the Colosseum and confront the opposing master. Are you ready? Remember, the only way to leave the Colosseum is to win. If you are ready, I will open the gate. Enter the Colosseum. The way to the Colosseum is now open, young master. I wish you the best of luck and hope that you will return. Remember, it's kill or be killed. And there we go. I admire that the man is made of stone. However, statues make poor conversation partners. Hey servant, you look like a clown, so put a little show for us. Let me see your tricks or hear a poem. What's the point of talking someone's about to jump into their grave? Although I'm about ready to chew my arm off to get away from a grumpy here. The guy doesn't even fart without a purpose. I'd give up on trying to make small talk with him. Hey, anime master, why don't you try talking to oh my god, Grumpelstiltskin over there. I can ask him all these questions. We can just start with the funniest. Got any hobbies? Never had anyone, much less an opponent, ask me that question on a battlefield. Hobbies. Let's see. My wife was fond of gardening. Had a small beautiful garden. There is your answer. Don't you hate it when you're right? Like I said, the guy's a steel trap. Thank you for trying to pry him open. We can try the other one, see what he has to say. Ask him why he fights. There is no why in war. Once one enters the battlefield, they only fight to achieve their objective. A soldier does not need, no, cannot have a reason to fight. That is how things were when I was a soldier. Though my life has changed much since then, I've never needed a why. Yep, and he says the same thing, and we can take a look at the last one. Meet his gaze. Young one, there is something troubling you, speak your mind. The gap in our age is too great for deep thoughts to cross, but you may try. Yep, and he says the same thing, basically. Yep, same thing. I can respect the pride and experience of a veteran army general. He's a fine opponent. In fact, I sympathize with such a prestigious man for being saddled with an impish heroic spirit. Are you of honorable origins? Because your master cuts a better figure as a servant than you. I wish. My master is straight-laced. That an atypical heroic spirit like me gets tied up in knots. I'll let you in a little secret. Not all of us heroic spirits are noble in life. That would be boring. Oh, and on that note, careful you don't get nailed from behind again. Heroes do not necessarily need to be noble, but their lives must be brimming with glory and beauty. At any rate, you seem to be an archer assassin. I have experience with conducting assassination. But my master is not cut out for such methods. Besides, this is war, not politics. Hehehe. What's this domestic strife I'm sensing over here? You don't care for surprise attacks, master? How far is it too far? No foul play, no dirty tricks? We can go ahead and ask the same thing. No, I don't. Man, you're so tight. Good luck with that. Don't get carried away, Archer. Alright, and we can take a look what the other one is. Depends. That's the spirit. A clever person can turn anything into a weapon. This is gonna be a good fight. Don't get carried away, Archer. You call that getting carried away, Master? You're plundering our enemy for entertainment right before the battle. Yes, that is excessive. Ding! Correct. If you don't like it, then you can put out a helmet to match that armor and drown out the sound. But I want to attack our enemies. Why don't you listen in? Learn what kids these days are into. Because if you got any more ancient, you'd have to they'd have to put you in a museum. Your poorly phrased advice is duly noted, but mutual understanding will come out on the battlefield. Ha! You have no idea how to have fun without killing. You guys gotta unwind. Bowstring that's wound too tight snaps, isn't that right? Okay, we can again. I don't know. You're serious type 2. Man, what? Am I the only one here under the age of 1 billion? Will you ever gain the proper attitude to fight? Alright, we can go ahead and search anything. I have nothing against having fun. Right? Life's hella hard, and then you die. If you don't enjoy yourself, then you just die miserable. Will you never gain the proper attitude to fight? Lighten up, Master. Things would be much easier for us if you just accept that life has funny parts. I'd go whoosh. I'll go what? On that undeferred back of yours. That's how an archer should fight. I'd have to be nimble on my feet. Chivalry and ideology are all stiff and would slow me down. Listen, Archer, you will fight as I direct. Ugh, not again. Fine, I get it. Your wish is my command. Ugh, that's my master for you. He can't keep his chivalry in his pants, even with a kid like you around. I just wish he understood that not everyone can take pride in their lives. Yeah, I will find it interesting that Shinji and Drake, they were good for each other. Like, they complement each other greatly. But Dawn and Robin Hood do not complement each other. They actually hinder themselves, which is probably the only reason why we can actually win this. A sudden rumbling snaps me out of the spell, and my opponent's words had put me under. We're at the battlefield. The time to fight a warrior of unparalleled determination has come. Let's go, Archer. The time has come to embrace the battlefield once again. Here we go, a new Colosseum, a new arena. Princess? Did you just call me a princess? You won't leave this place alive. That's Empress to you. I am a grown woman. I hold you accountable if my master addresses me as princess. Huh? That's the part you found offensive? Aren't you a little too gun-ho about your master? Quiet, you! How dare you insinuate something when I am not resolved on the matter myself? Okay. That's right, my master is mediocre in both performance and appearance. Ouch. Though, I suppose my master's efforts up to this point deserve praise. To see a commoner rise against the mighty sets my heart racing. My master is out of your master's league. Your master is already as good as dead. Because my master, in spite of a lack of experience, works so hard and looks adorable trying. You may think my master is a chick. With me by her side, my master will grow into a big, strong bird. But your master, dying raven, do you even have the strength to fly? Your insight is keen. I hear you were a tyrant in life, but I see you deserve to be a heroic spirit. Don't be so humble, master. You've got a wish too. No one has the right to scoff at that. Shut your trap, Saber, unless you want me to nail your tongue to the floor with an arrow. I'm relieved by your words. Beneath your impudence, you care for your master as deeply as I care for mine. Whenever you're ready, Hunter, I will raise your Sherwood Forest.
では、戦いを吟じるとしよう。
んじゃ、ぼちぼち始めますか。
Live or die by the sword. Fight. And we got the Matrix E.
正面から切り合うか。終始替えか。あちゃ。
ああ、水郷のマスターに当てられてな。だがまあ、これはこれで楽しいぜ。
その通りだ、アーチャー。お前の力はどの英霊にも見劣りはしない。
Alright, same thing that I did with the previous fight. I'm going to pick a save here and lose on purpose so you can see what the ending looks like. Bam, 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 bam. Whatever, let's just go. He buffs him. There we go. Yeah, like always, he uses his skill on the second, and also uses his his noble phantasm on the second too. So we can just break, attack, everything.
生き物ってな、これだけで死ぬもんだよ。
There we go.
なんという失態か。
No. From the moment the command seal burns off my hand, I feel my strength seeping away. No, it's like the very life force is leaking out. It is unfortunate for the battle to end this way, but your heart was too indecisive to fight me. If you have any final words, I will hear them out. I reached out for words while fighting off my fear of dying, but nothing came. Why would I have anything to say anyways? I have no memory or purpose. I've killed the only friend I knew. How can one lament my empty life? Now it is the time to face the next battle. So says a voice so far away. My frail collapsing brain struggles to climb, to cling to that voice. The next moment everything goes black. And that's this game over. But like always, this thing never happened. It was just a demonstration. And now we can actually seriously go ahead. Archer always starts with guard. Robin Hood always starts with guard, so we can go ahead and this. He probably goes. He has break on this thing, so he most likely always has attack if he doesn't use a skill. He doesn't have a skill on this one, so he probably has a break, right? He doesn't have a skill there. He has break in the end. So it's probably just full on breaks. Let's see. No, it was guard. Okay. Yeah, the guard. Okay, I see. Okay. Now he's gonna use his skill again. Fuck, I forgot to change code casts. Damn it. I knew I forgot to change something. Oh, well, it doesn't really matter. Right, he always starts with guard, so this is a good idea to buff up Saber, go for attack, and he has attack, and uses a skill on the second one. Okay, so that's most likely gonna be break, and then you can do full defense on this one.
生き物ってな、これだけで死ぬもんだよ。
We got poisoned, but there is no fear of anything. As you can see, he has different requirement for using his noble phantasm. There we go. He has a different requirement for using his noble phantasm, which he is not gonna use yet, it seems. Alright, so let's go use a remedy. Break. He always starts with guard, so that's always a good idea to use stuff. He has break immediately after and guard on 4, so it's probably gonna be this. Alright, let's try it. Remedy to heal. Okay. If I want to demonstrate his noble phantasm, I should probably yeah, he only fires his noble phantasm when he's what do you call it? I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick save here just for I'm gonna try to get myself poisoned. He has a attack. Yo, so he starts this. So let's try this. Alright. Hopefully he does his skill again. Alright, he does. But we didn't get poisoned this time. Saber, I think Saber also has a pretty big natural defense against what do you call them? I keep forgetting what to call it. Anyways, we can just give her another Ether Shard. Is it Shard? Wait. Yeah, it's Shard. Okay, Ether Shard. He always starts with this. Let's go for attack. Let's try that one. I am trying to purposely get poisoned, so no, he didn't actually poison. That's surprising. Are you gonna poison me now? You know what? I think I am gonna do a little bit of a save here, and I'm gonna cut to where he actually uses his noble phantasm for demonstration purposes. Give me a second, and I'll be right you in a minute. Okay, here I am, and here is the noble phantasm. It only works when we're poisoned, so it's kind of hard, and Saber has a strong, how do you call it, poison resistance, so it's kind of hard to actually see this normally. So here we go, a bit of healing, and we can see what he does. Basically nothing. I think I do think he just basically just gives off he starts with guard, yep. I'm just gonna just for demonstration, I do think if I win this one like this, it's gonna be kind of funny. Okay, yeah. He keeps spamming his noble phantasm constantly until we die. Or remove the poison. So yeah, Archer is kind of a joke, I'm gonna be honest.
それが良い
Even not curing the
程
poison.
度があろう
There we go.
だな
There we go.
いいだろう仕留めるがいいマ
So,
ダ
yeah.
ンの車種よ
That's what I thought he did. The more poison, the more he uses his noble phantasm, the more poison we get. And we honestly can just deal with him, no problem, with just a few things. This, then he uses normal thing, then this, thing break, and whatever.
気が利くな
He
我
uses
が墓地は
bow,
この矢の先に
makes poison worse, essentially.
炎上するぞ炎上するぞ
Yeah, we're dead at this point. So yeah, he is actually good if he keeps building up.
やろう俺の罠を乗り越えやがった
落ち着けアーチャー戦いはここからだ
But yeah, poison can't really kill you, so nothing really to worry about that, I guess. He gets 500
気が利くな
or 200 at this point. Always touch and break, attack,
無謀のマイ
and then it just gets an effect and it's useless because he dies
すまねえ
instantly.
なだな
Even if you fight this guy unoptimally, with no poison cures, you can just win. It's definitely a bit of a joke compared to how Ryder was. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We deal with the enemy. We deal the enemy a finishing blow. It feels like I'm watching in slow motion as Archer's chest is impaled. Dan Blackmore looks dazed. He's staring at Saber as if my servant is some divine being.
くそ何やってんだよ俺は
Oh, he is actually talking. My master has more ability, and more determination than you. So how? Buddy, your noble phantasm is useless, and poison can't kill us, so nothing really all that surprising. No, Archer. It seems I still lacked experience. I doubted myself too greatly in this tournament. It seems having a reason to fight is not the same as truly believing in that reason. I never doubted my desire to be a warrior, but that life has given me regrets. I wanted the Holy Grail to bring back my late wife. What a silly delusion. My whole life I praised myself for giving up my individual feelings and aspirations like a good soldier. Only at the very end did I dare to have my own goals, and determined to abandon military life. I can't believe I was trying to fight as just a man. It was foolish of me to pit my pride as a knight against my feelings as a person. So foolish. I just wanted to get back what I just lost before the end. But I wonder which one I wished for, my late wife or the person I was before I became a soldier. The elderly knight falls into silence. Both he and his servants start to disintegrate. But I'm surprised in you. When you released your final attack, you had no doubts in yourself. Even though you can't describe what it is yet, there must be something that gives you a purpose. My wish, a wish to bring back the dead, was nothing to boast about. Though your trials are many, keep living, young one. Your struggles will steal your determination. Now, I apologize that you have to see me like this, but I am at peace with my defeat. Because for the first time, I am the ground from which a youth with a bright future might grow. His final smile was beaming. Dan Blackmore's face was no longer stern, but kind and grandfatherly.
すまねえな旦那
I'm sorry, Master. I knew I wasn't cut out for a fair fight. You needed someone better than a charlatan like me. I'm so sorry. Another servant wouldn't have failed you like this. No, I'm the one to blame, Archer. Restricting your actions was selfish and damaging to your dignity. Bit late for that now, Master. You have no idea the torment you've been putting me through. Why are you apologizing anyways? You're making me sound like a moron here. Why do you care about me? Whether we win or lose, I still vanish in the end. I mean, I did have a wish of my own, but it was more interesting in having a good time. I gotta tell you, it's been rather boring to fight for you, Master. There is something else to apologize for you. A warrior's pride must have held no value to you. As long as I don't have to do it every day, it's a decent change of pace. Boring as it may be, playing knight was a healthy thing for me to try, you know. Well, although I was never given a chance, I've always wanted to try being a badass knight. Dan's archer looks down as if in embarrassment. He mumbles under his breath, as if he doesn't want to hear us to hear. So really, don't apologize. We had a good run, and there's nothing to feel ashamed about. Jeez, I didn't even think you'd be able to pull off a single battle in this stupid tournament. In life, I had everything I wanted. Wealth, fame, friendship, success, but a fair fight was the one thing I never had, so it's okay. I finally did something I was never able to do. And off he goes. Farewell, Robin Hood. Like he said, it was the end. Moments later, he vanished. He looked at peace. He lived his life in the shadows, protecting his village without acknowledgement. In his final moments, it seemed that he had found a way to get beyond the bitterness he felt. I'm sorry. Thank you, Archer. And there goes Dan. Hakuno, could I trouble you to listen to the dying words of an old man? From here on, no matter what enemy you may encounter, or who you may have to defeat, feel it, think about it, process it, accept your doubts, but don't be crippled by them. Above all, accept the consequences of your actions, and turn all you learn and feel into strength. If you wait until the end to think, you'll end up with regrets. And if possible, I'd like you to get meaning from your battles. Through combat, find the reason you fight, and the reason you can't lose. Find your answers. It's your responsibility to have the answers when you survive this war. Do you understand, Rising Star? Don't forget. Finally, I'll be able to see her again. It's been too long, Anne. And there goes Dan. No plot twist that he's an 8-year-old kid or anything this time. Just a straight shooter like he always was. He whispers a woman's name. It is spoken in a hopeful tone. With his answer warming his heart, Dan Blackmore disappears. Praetor, your growth is lacking, and you have yet to use my power to its fullest. The last master was disgraceful, but his master was a seasoned warrior. Even though you emerge victorious from battle with his servant, you are still green. However, truly it is not as if nothing is gained. I've seen the look of a warrior pass over your face. Even though Saber's criticism is harsh, her praise is sweet. I don't know what the look of a warrior is, but if I've changed. Dan, was it? Did you happen to gain any impressions from fighting him? Yes. I see. If you believe as such, it is all well and good. I will see what you have or have not gained in the fight to come. The next battle, right? There's a third round, then a fourth, and so on. I'm still kinda lost. But if that's the path before me, then I owe it to the lives lost so far to keep fighting. Right or wrong, that's one way to think about things. And here comes the night. Saber is asleep. And we get everything. Including Archer specs. Let's see, yeah, he is pretty weak, all things considering. Weak strength, weak defense, but high agility, magic, and luck. Let's see, we got the Faceless King. A king without form who, according to Celtic tradition, appears in the May Day festival that follows the Festival of Beltane. He is also seen as the personification of nature, who used copious amounts of green and brown in his clothing in order to completely blend in with his surroundings. And you got Subversion A. This skill allows one to seriously reduce their enemy's might before facing them in battle. It is an ability used by those who've mastered the art of setting traps. Upon achieving an A rank in this skill, one can disable almost 60% of their enemy's forces before they get a chance to advance. However, the higher the ranking of this skill, the lower one's reputation as a hero becomes. And finally, Robin Hood. Just one of the many, I think we've already seen this, no? No. Just one of the many young men to take up the title. This particular incarnation was a virtual outcast, living on the fringes of the village located near the spot where his parents had died. Almost against his will, he was caught in a battle to repel an attack by a nearby lord's army, and successfully those who fought by his side to victory. As he never identified himself during the course of the fight, he was referred to as the mythical Green Man by the villagers that he had helped save. The only child of a wandering druid, he was orphaned at a very young age when both of his parents died suddenly. As a son of a druid, he instinctively knew how to survive in the forest, and was always able to communicate with the spirits, known as fairies. It was this ability that made him an outcast in his village, and the villagers were suspicious of his powers and accused him of being possessed. Although the villagers held no love for him, nor he for them, he felt obligated to help them in any way he could. With his successes against the tyranny of the local lords to spur him on, and the hopes and wishes of the villagers pinned to his deeds, he took up the bow and mantle to become the latest incarnation of Robin Hood. And like those who came before him, he dressed in clothes of Lincoln green, armed himself with the bow of yew, and surrendered his identity, and true self for the good of others. However, no good deed goes unpunished, and the villagers quickly turn on him in hopes of channeling the anger of the local nobility away from themselves and onto this mysterious rogue who rampaged through the forest, claiming that they had no knowledge of who he was, nor did they ever claim to be thankful for his help in preserving the village. Even though the people he vowed to help turned on him, he continued to protect and assist them from the shadows. With every poisoning, every ambush, his reputation as a coward and criminal grew, despite his no honorable intentions. After 2 years of almost constant fighting, he was eventually betrayed and assassinated by one of the local lords whose ire he had raised. It was this young man who fought so that others could lead the quiet life he dreamed of, that joined the ranks of heroic spirits who were found worthy in fighting in the Holy Grail Wars. Okay. Also the Subversion A that we got. Alright. 3 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go. I mean 2 down since Saber is our servant. So yeah, 2 down. More to go. Alright, we can save and let me see. We're still very early here, right? Oh yeah. We can skip ahead. We can go ahead to do our next opponent. At least see our next opponent in the first arena.
生存のための搾取。繁栄のための決断。その行為は野蛮ではあるが、否定することもまたできない。死の淵でこそ得るものもあるだろう。
Alright, we are here at midday, meaning we're gonna have a special event. We're in the 4th floor. Oh boy, I wonder what happened here. All of a sudden, the hairs of the back of my neck rise. I'm overtaken by the eerie chill. I don't even have time to call my servant or to brace myself. I'm flung backwards, as if by an invisible hand. There is a wall behind. I'm going to crash. Oh boy, I wonder where we are. Where am I? Instead of colliding with the wall, I suddenly find myself in an unfamiliar surroundings. My head is spinning, trying to keep up, but it seems like I'm somehow teleported elsewhere. Wait, I'm getting deja vu. This is the Colosseum that was used twice. The details are different, but the framework is the same. If this is really the Colosseum, there must be an enemy nearby. My thoughts freeze and my breath hitches when I realize this. And look who it is. When I look around, I see a sinister man with piercing eyes who's wearing clothing that looks aflame. I go numb with fear. He intends to kill me, that much is unmistakable. He is like death, personified. I've only heard of assassins, but I have no doubt he is one. If I take my eyes off him for 1 second, I'm a goner.
脆弱にも程がある。魔術師とはいえ、ここまで非力ではデクにも劣ろう。ウをくびり殺すのも飽きた。多少の手応えが欲しいところだが。小娘、お主はどうかな
？What a shame. You've run out of time. The system's limits saved your life. Hopefully we'll fight again someday. I'm looking forward to it. I realize I'm standing where I was originally, but I'm not out of the woods yet. Things are still pretty bizarre. Even though the hallway looks like normal, there is an ominous weight to the air. How did someone like you manage to evade that? Without a sound, the black-clad teacher appears just a few meters in front of me. Sinister eyes from under a mop of black hair direct the piercing gaze my way. I thought you were small fry. Maybe you have a superior servant or hidden abilities. Either way, you managed to survive the demon's fist. The man's aura changes. It sharpens, honing into a point as if it were a wicked blade. One directed straight at me. It's ideal to dispatch you here. He's looking at my neck. A bead of sweat drips off my chin. He takes a step towards me. You're the psychopath who's been killing masters after school. I thought so. The girl in red clothes appears out of the classroom where none should have been.
Kisama.
Rin Tosaka. My reputation precedes me. I see the intelligence network of the Harway Foundation has been busy. Although I'm pretty hard to miss. You tell me, Julius Belkis Harway, since you're from the Foundation's counter-terrorism unit. Kuzuki answers the name to the name of Julius and smiles thinly. It's risky of you to save an enemy. Do you intend to make this girl your ally? How absurd. They've got nothing to do with this. In fact, why haven't you killed them yet? I'll be laughing when you end up stabbed in the back, terrorist. A cruel smile plays over his lips as he continues walking towards the end of the hallway. I sense a cold glance my way. So, you're called Hakuno. I shall remember this. His predator pupil still trained on me. The man disappears into the wall as if melting away. So he's been hacking the system's character's profile to his heart's content, I see. With an unscrupulous enemy like that, I better be on my guard at all times in school. The girl starts talking to herself after the man has faded away. Then she turns towards me. She has a cold look in her eyes, not at all that different from the look that Julius's eyes. What's with that look? I didn't come here to save you. I wanted to say hello to the Harway's assassin. You're my enemy too. It's not like I care about if you died. I'm impressed you made it past the second round. I didn't think it had in you. I mean, you kinda had a rough time of it. That's why I... what am I saying? Later then. Be careful not to lose this time. Not to lose the life that just got saved for you in the third round. The girl smiles briefly before rushing off. And we might as well just save, right?
死を悼め。失った者への追悼は恥ずべきものではない。死は不可避であり、争いがそれを助長するのなら、死を悼み、戦いを憎み、死を認め、戦いを収めるがいい。
The next combatants will be announced on the second floor of the bulletin board. Alright, let's see if Saber had anything to say. Nothing to say. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Alright, let's leave the private room. Nothing here. Posted on the bulletin boards are two names, as always. One is my name, of course, the other is Master Alice. Battlefield, the third chimeric lunar sea. And look who it is, it's the mysterious ghost girl from the prologue. So, you're going to be my new playmate, lady? My next opponent is dramatically younger than the one before. She can be more than 10 years old. Well, this is the second child we're gonna kill, isn't that something? Lady, you remember Alice, don't you? Alice thinks you and I can be friends, lady. Finally, Alice will have a friend of her own. That's why when you left, lady, I was so sad and lonely. But when I came to this place, Alice was lucky enough to meet Alice. Alice is Alice's only friend. Alice always finds a friend in Alice. That's why you aren't needed anymore. As long as Alice has Alice, nothing else matters. But you are my next playmate, so I guess I'll have to play with you. Try not to die so quickly. Alice will be sad, and Alice will be bored. She's like a doll, only seen in a dream. No, I don't feel threatened, like I did with Dan Blackmore. One's skills should not be judged by their age, especially when it comes to a wizard. Things have become interesting. She seems to be a prodigy amongst the many players on the stage. That's right, only the strong survive here. It's possible that she's much stronger than Dan was. But the question remains, can I fight without holding back? My opponent up until now had an aura of power. It was easy to see them as worthy foes, but things are different now. Can I really do this? What can I really do this to? Oh my god! Can I do to this little girl what I did to the others? I know that if I don't, I'm good as dead, but still. And here comes the evening. An electronic chiming sounds from my terminal. The primary cipher key has been generated. Regardless of who my opponent is, time in the Seraph passes at the same measure of pace for all. The message I received informs me I'll be erased if I fail to find my triggers and gather info on my foe. I shake off the effects of the girl's stare on my state of mind and try to focus on the gathering information. I should talk to the few people first, but those acquaintances I've made are probably of dubious reliability. Yeah, you can see who else survived. Appears our friends here survived. Haha, I knew you'd advance again, Hakuno. I think I'm better prepared for the possibility that we might be paired now. It seems like the indecisive girl here didn't make it. That's unfortunate. Now, Saber, you have anything to say now?
通路ですれ違う魔術師の数も減ったな。頂点を決める戦いとはいえ、世はいささか寂しい。出会うことなく散っていったサーバントの中には、創作意欲をかきたてる者もいたであろうに。 これが競技会であったのなら全ての英霊が一堂に会したものは残念だ。トーナメント形式の欠点よな。
And that's all Saber has to say. Let's see if she has any other specific dialogue to say.
ん？そろそろ出陣か？気が進まぬ。寒いのは苦手だ。無論、暑いのも苦手だが。
Okay, it's a different dialogue to just say, go back to the arena and train. It looks like this guy survived too. Knowing is half the battle. Your attacks will be meaningless if your enemy sees them coming. I realized this during the second round. Oh right, we have the matrix for the mysterious girl. Basically just telling her name is Alice and nothing else. Your servant must be incredible for an airhead like you to have won twice now. Rude. You defeated Sir Blackmore. I don't believe it. I might have to recategorize you. Congratulations. Fancying seeing you emerge from the second round too. May the Holy Grail continue to illuminate your path. Oh, my name is Sharon Tips, and I like to strangle whoever gave me that also clever name. You won the second round too. Not half bad. Sorry, haven't introduced myself. I'm Arena Savoy, the manager NPC of the arena. But don't become complacent, lest you be denied glory when you fight. It's the third round already, so you should already be aware that information is key to winning. I mean, sure you can muscle your way to victory, but why risk it? Our lives depend on these fights, so don't you think we should all adopt the more surefire approach? I've seen that girl with the frills trouncing about since prelims. It's hard to believe she's a master. On top of everything else, turns out she's shy. She ran away when I tried to talk to her. Well, well. Quite frankly, I'm surprised Sir Blackmore went down in defeat against you. I guess I'll have to consider you a serious threat now. I guess you have. Up we go. Same thing as usual. Let's see. This hallway is mostly always empty. I think only a character to show up later, like events in this hallway, but other else is empty. Oh, Hakuno, I see you've made it through yet another round. Splendid, splendid. Don't let up now. The next fight has already begun. You should head to the arena immediately. In a bit, in a bit. Let's go ahead and talk to Rani here. Congratulations. It seems you've made it back in one piece. The stars must be whispering their blessings to you. Alright. And finally we have the rooftop, which only one person can be there right now. It's Rin Tosaka. Have you recovered from your fight? Hey, you actually look somewhat serious for a change. Lucky or not, you've managed to keep winning. I guess I'll have to start taking you seriously. Even after the backhanded compliment, Rin continues talking, albeit in a much friendlier tone. I'm not sure if it's because she finally sees me as a worthy adversary, but she seems nice. It's like her thought patterns are infinitely different from the normal girls. It's that little girl, your next opponent. You keep getting the problematic masters, don't you? And it's not like I got a choice. Oh, that's right. Yeah, not having but having Mato, Blackmore, and now this Alice creature all in a row. Honestly, your luck, well, truly sucks. As it's the third round, I hope you're learning by now not to judge your enemy by their appearance. I plan on letting my guard down. Both Dan and Shinji were far more capable than me. And now my current opponent, I didn't need Rin to tell me how difficult this fight will be. When the time comes, will I be able to kill this little girl? Then we can also see what the else she has. Better her than you. Why do people dislike me so? Well, if we were to face each other, it'd be easier victory for me. If the circumstances were to have oh my god. If the time ever comes where we have to fight, Don't expect me to hold back. As this is the third round, I hope you've learned by now, but not the same thing as well. Same thing. After this. Alright, that's that. We can go ahead to the first floor. Hey, play with me. How about we play tag? Yeah, I want to play tag. The little girl in front of me is supposed to be my enemy, but their innocent smile holds no malice. Though I can't shake the feelings that her naivete is a ruse, I find myself lowering my defense. You want to play with me, right? Sure, why not? Yay! I knew that you'd play with me. She is me, and I am her. We are ourselves. Let's start now. Tag, hear it. Alice will be waiting for you in the arena. Hurry up and come get me. There she goes. I said I'd play with her, so I should probably go to the arena and chase her down. So we are it, are we? It is time to teach her the meaning of fear. Let us give chase. Alright, Saber, we'll relax a bit. Saber's enthusiasm for playing along was unexpected. I just hope that we get more info out of this. Hey, Taiga. Hakuno, I have an important mission for you today. Do you wish to prove your valor today? Yes, ma'am. Very good. Now, I will brief you on your upcoming mission. I have received word that a student has smuggled an illicit magazine into school grounds. Your responsibility is to track down this miscreant and take possession of said magazine. This mission will be valid for 3 days. On the 4th day, I will expect a full report. Dismissed. Okay, sir. Yes, sir. We can talk to this guy over here. My first win was by default, so this is the first time I've had to face my opponent. Guess fighting can take you nauseous, huh? Well, I don't feel so good. Hey, Sakura, what do you have for us today? Welcome back, Hakuno. I'm so glad to see you return safely. Here you go, Hakuno. Healing supplies. I wish you the best of luck this week, too. Then we get Magic Crystal Shard, which... Oops. Items... yeah, it gives us more, healing than normal, which is pretty good. And here, the girl in the fountain survived. I have decided to give offerings to flowers to the souls of those I have defeated. It might only be sentimentality on my part, but by doing this, it will allow me to keep moving forward. It's a nice sentiment, I guess. Alright, do you have any interesting dialogue today? Sorry, but I'm busy. If you need an observation, ask Oko. If you need information, go away. Well, that's that. And Oko basically doesn't have anything to say. Just if you want an alteration. Well, let's go to the first floor again. And let's see if the people outside survived. The tramp stamp guy survived, huh? You want the magazine back? Are you saying you're going to take away my comic book? Well, I'll do it, but only under one condition. My servant wants a large cauldron. Bring me one and I'll part with my beloved comic book. And a large cauldron, I think it's in the arena, that one. Yep. Yeah, okay. I'm just making sure if I got everything. Yep, the thing is in the arena. It's a little bit different. A reward to explore, I guess. Hey there. You being here means Dan Blackmore has been defeated. I was hoping to challenge him with my archery someday. And we can go to the commissary right now. It's the curry guy survived. Well, the thing is, humans get hungry just by, being. That dull ache of hunger in your belly lets you know you're alive. That's why I feel gluttony, that's why I let gluttony be my guide, because that is what it means to be human. Okay, buddy. Congratulations, Hakuno. Making it through the second round. I am truly impressed. The third round awaits, as do the masters strong enough to survive the preceding round. Be sure to buy everything you think you'll need for the trials coming the week ahead. Sure thing. We can now see what they sell now. They sell new mystic codes. There we go. The old rusty sword, and the silver earrings, and the mermaid robe. I have a lot of them now. This one raises servant's magic, raises servant's strength, and this one heals servant's HP. This one is the one we want, obviously, because Saber is a strength-based character. This one's for a caster, and yeah, this Archer also uses. Archer is a bit of a mix. We'll see later. But for now, I guess we have to save on money. Maybe we can do that by grinding the arena. Oh, hey there, Hakuno. Didn't expect to see you ever again. It's obviously only the strongest master I've made it this far, which makes you reasonably strong, I guess. Rude. Ah, what happened to your hubby then, there, friend? I just killed my darling. It's not like I wanted to, you know. It was either him or me, and I didn't want to die. So who's the next to die? I can kill anyone now. Yep. But it was pretty much obvious that the person, the two lovebirds got paired against each other. Very bad, just very not bad. What do you mean? Bad decision making, bringing both of you here, huh? Ah well. Time to go into the arena. Third Chimeric Lunar Sea, first floor, area level 16. She went this way. I suspect she is nearby. That is what my maiden intuition tells me. Let us seek that child, master. Let's indeed. This one is not that difficult of a map. There are, as far as I'm... Oh, sorry, shit. There are a few secret passages, but nothing all that surprising, I will say. Ah, lady, over here, over here! You're it, lady. If you can catch Alice, you win, lady. Alright, ready? Go! There she goes. Traitor, let us give chase. Though she may be a pitiable enemy, I do adore cleverly constructed games. In addition, any child that presumes to address me as it requires strict discipline. I can see why Saber was willing to do this. Being addressed as it didn't sit well with her. As long as she's willing to play along, there's no need to clear up the misconception. Yeah, there's like these ones, and here comes the other guys. Most enemies are just recolors. Nothing all that's interesting. It's an Escher. They have a lot of possibilities. They have break on free, which I got a lot. So let's try this one. Break, attack, break, attack, break, attack. It seems we got it in the first try, maybe? We can one-turn these guys, so that's good. Nice, so we got an E for shot for troubles. Right, in this one we have a secret passageway. Come here. And this guy is a prophecy. He has break on 4. Don't have much. You can either start with either one. So let's try like this. There, wait, no, that's not it. That's this. This. Let's try it like this. So far, so good. I think we made it. First try. Exactly, perfect. Awesome. And you can see we get a lot more XP on this one than the other one. So yeah. And we're like what, level... We are already at the required level, so that's perfect. We can go over here. Let me see, where are we? Oh, okay. I was looking at the wrong... Wait, yeah, this is the way to go. There she is. Those white frills could only belong to Alice. Alright, let us apprehend her as quickly as we can, master. There she goes. Right. Let me take a look. Where were we? Over here. Yeah, I messed up a little bit. This middle one has a secret way too. Sometimes you can't see it, so it's always good to rub against a wall like you're playing Doom or things or something like that. There goes another hatcher with break on free, so let's try this one again. It appears we got it. Now we got a return crystal for our troubles. And here we have, let me see. Yeah, we have 2 secrets areas over here. With a remedy. And over here. With these 2 guys over here. Whoops, wrong button. Don't want that. We have weather drive. They actually don't have that many combos. And as the guard on 4, it's only 2 possibilities. This, or the opposite. Appears we got the wrong one. That's unfortunate. We got 2 at least. Yeah, as you can see, we got the wrong one. Where is it? Oh man, we gotta remember to switch things. Anyways, he has break on free. It can only be 2 again. Well, let's hope, right? We got it right, thank God. Awesome. He saw us, but he can't reach here. These little passageways are good because the enemies can't follow you here. Alright, let's go ahead and fight this guy again. He has break on first, which is a problem because he has break on a lot. At least we got 2 correct. We got the first fragment correct. Then we can just hope it's this one. Let's see. We got it right. Nice. Down he goes. And we leveled up from that. Nice. And let me see. We can't get over here, but we have another way over here. We got 5,000 points, which is actually kind of good. Alright, other secret areas is gonna be the other way. Am I going the right way? Yeah, I am. The guy just respawned. Okay. Come here. Right, he has guard on 5. Alright, let's try this one. Nope, we got it wrong. At least we got 2 right. He has attack on 3, so it's probably this. Nope. At least we got 1. 2 correct. Let's keep using items on her, so we can get that 100 thing. Right, where are we? Over here. Yeah, right. On to the second place over here. It has attack on 4. Probably this.
良い気合いだ。
Nope.
返上するぞ。
Did we get the? No, we didn't get that right either. Damn.
迷うな。自信を持て。
Break on last. Well, alright, let's try it like this.
よい、始めよ
Alright, we got it.
う。失せるがよい。たわいもない。もう少
Right,
し
and
楽
from
しませる。
here we go either up or down. Let's go up. Let's just heal a little bit.
心遣い、助かる。嬉しいぞ。
There we go.
蹴散らす。
Right, he has break first. Meaning we can do this. Maybe we get it right. I think we did. No, we didn't. Ah, well. At least you get the last two, right?
悪くない。
Let's try it again.
よい、始めよ
This breaks always follow with break, so that's
拍手を。
always good to have at least.
フルーは世の役。
And then we can go through here to get ether fragments.
もっと蓄えるが
A bit more healing items, I guess. Not particularly useful, but what will you do? And we can go over here, and from here we can go to 2 ways. Over here. Let me see. Let's go down. I think that's the way we need to go first. Yep. Going down here.
では蹴散らす。
We have attack, defend, and attack. Guard attack. Okay, it can only be this one, so we're kind of lucky over here.
良い気合いだ。さて出直せ。さて返上するぞ。打ち砕く。もらったぞ。破壊な。させぬ返上するぞ。大義である。
There you go.
次から次へと懲りぬ奴らよ。
And over here, I'm guessing. Yep, there we go. And here we have the cauldron.
これはいいものだ。
Oh wait, no shit. We still have things to do here. There we go. Here comes prophecy with a guard on 3. So it can be this.
行く
let's
ぞ
try
マ
it.
スター。させぬ。
I think we got it.
破壊な。
That's 2. And 3. We got it. Nice.
もらったぞ。芸がない。
And when this is over, we still have one. I think it's over here. Nope. There we go. It's over here. A bit of an item over here. Grab it. Pure ether.
もっと
And that
蓄える
is
がよい。
completely restores the servant's HP, which is the best item, healing item in the game. Alright, and yeah, that's pretty much it for now. We can go ahead and keep going to the way we're supposed to. Go up. We can fight this guy. It's always good to fight people. Escher, break on 2. Honestly, probably the same one. Break on 5, I
見ている
mean.
がよい。
That's 1. No, we didn't get it right. Ah, it's a shame. Alright, what else do we have?
悪くない。
Oh, okay, we just do this. We're fine. One shot. There we go.
読 勝ちだな。次から次へと懲りぬ奴らよ。
There we go. We can go ahead and fight this guy. Another prophecy. Guard on 4. So it can probably be this.
見ているがよい。
It isn't.
こう動くな。不粋だね。高いな。
Eh, at least we got a free out of that.
受けるがよい。
There we go.
大義である。
Right, and then we go up.
もう少し楽しませる。
Right. Let's heal up a bit.
心遣い助かる。心
There
遣
we
い
go. And let
助かる。
me, before I forget, Saint's Monocle. No, what was it? There we go. Exorcism's Blade. There she is. Way over there. I need to take a serious effort to chase her down, or she'll get away.
ちょこまかと。
How entertaining. Just you wait, little girl. There she goes.
疲れる。一体何なのだ、あやつは。
There we go. This doesn't have much of anything, just a odd pattern over there. Then we have these guys again. Hey, buddy.
では、いざ。
Go weather drive, break on 3 and attack on 4. Alright.
恥進んで直せ。進んで。
There we go, a nice critical.
受けるがよい。
There we go.
大義である。
And we're almost leveled up again.
まだ剣のノリ
Let
が
me see, there we go. And magic crystal shard again.
もっ
That's
と
always
蓄
good.
えるがよい。
And we're basically already at the end of the map. All we have to do is fight her, which... I am gonna pop a save here. Oh no, you found us. It was fun, lady. Hey lady, do you want to hear Alice's story? Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Alice who lived in a country far, far away from here. And then a scary country came with their tanks and planes and metal helmets and guns. The sky got really red, and then my house got really black. When I woke up in the white room, nothing ever changed. I had no friends, I had no mommy or daddy. There is another Alice. Daddy always said that when I got hurt, I would tough it out. Daddy got mad when if I said it hurts. But something happened that hurt so much that I couldn't tough it out. Then I woke up here. But it's okay, it's really fun here. There are a bunch of nice people. Uh-huh, that's right, Alice. You can play as hard as you want here, right? But if I play too hard, I break my playthings. I don't want their heads or arms to come off. Don't be silly. If you break them, I can sew them up and with the needle and thread Mommy gave me. I'm not very good at sewing, but I'm sure I can, at the very least, stitch them together. As long as they're in one piece, I guess it'd be okay. Of course it'd be okay. What a relief. I won't want to make Mommy mad again. Then let's play really hard with the little lady, because she's our brand new friend. This master isn't like the two before. We can touch this master and they even have warm blood.
楽しみましょう。
Let's see if he wants to play too. Yeah, that's a good idea. And with that, Alice raises her a hand. And then... the arena floor, the walls, the air, it all shakes under the influence of a huge influx of power. My mind is screaming warnings. Run, run, run! Isn't he neat? He's Alice's friend. play with him, my lady. I should. Alright, and here we have a choice. We can stand and face it, and we can run away. Facing it doesn't actually end in a game over, so let's go ahead and see what happens. Whatever happening, I'm just going to go with the flow. This is unknown. He has question marks for health, and he has a lot of patterns we can do. We can beat this guy, and for the sake of demonstrating what happens, I am going to have to cheat a little bit, because it's almost impossible to fight him first try. So, I'm going to save here, and we're gonna go ahead and scout out what he's doing. One of his possible patterns is attack, break, guard, attack. Which we got wrong. As we can see, he insta-kills us if we even try to do one wrong move. So he breaks, right? He takes a break, so let's break, attack, break, attack, break, attack. Or do we just lose? I'm pretty sure you can win this, right? Did I... Alright, let me try this again. Drake... Guard, attack, guard, break. Let's try this again. I think we can't win, then. Or maybe he uses a skill. Okay, no, I don't think we can beat him yet. This thing seems really strong. It must be her servant. I don't have what it needs to beat it. With power that overwhelming, it must be facing a berserker? I only have moments to process my mistake before my consciousness melts away into darkness. That is very weird. I was pretty sure you could beat this guy. Maybe I'm just going crazy, who knows. Anyways, we can just go ahead and maybe it's only in New Game Plus. Anyways, let's go ahead and skip this. We already saw this. Alright, so I'd actually I was while I was skipping, I was looking at something, and yeah, he has a scenario, he has dialogue for his defeat, but it's pretty much impossible to beat him up unless you hack the game to give your servant max stats and things like that. So let's just get out of here. This is no joke. No way I could emerge from a fight with that thing in one piece. For now, the wisest course of action is to retreat. Fall back for the time being. I see great minds think alike. Let us cut our way out of here There is no need to use your command seal right now. Of course, our action is decided. I put all my effort into escaping with my servant. Then I hear Alice's voice calling out from behind me. You're leaving, lady? Boring. We'll be here until the magic he gave him runs out, so come play again. This is a disaster. The cipher key is on the other side of that monster. I won't be able to acquire the cipher key unless I take care of that thing. My breathing becomes hurried and labored with the effort of our escape catches up to me. Not helping matters is my continuing confusion as to what just happened in the arena. There are two Alices? What in the hell is going on? And also, the malevolent monster the girl called for, could it have been her servant? Now that was a right brute. Such animosity could only come from a berserker. That's troubling. Then we get the first matrix over here. Berserker, a class that changes a heroic spirit sanity and original personality for unbridled power. If that monster is a Berserker class servant, going near it without a plan would be dangerous. But if that's the case, why was there a black Alice next to Alice? Are they twins? A Romulus and Remu of masters. That would be most unusual. We should investigate that later. Okay, and we can just go back. Yeah, but we can't beat him. There is a. I was confusing things in my head. There is a. What you call it? A scenario coded in the game that shows him being defeated, and they won at least. But it is impossible. They made it literally impossible. As you can see, he changes his patterns. No matter what you choose, he kicks your ass basically. You need a servant at max level basically, and only spamming skills for it to actually do anything. Anyway, he has Garden last, so let's go ahead and we can at least try and go ahead and level up, I suppose. That's unfortunate. And we got him in the second try. Yeah, okay. We could just use a command crystal, return crystal, but it's always nice to at least get a bit of XP while we're in the arena. No, that's not correct. That wasn't correct either, surprisingly. Damn. Yeah, well, since we're already leaving, might as well just Alright. And we already have enough money to buy the thing we wanted. And a few extras. Alright, here we are. And let's get the hell out of here. Our opponent this time is a child, Master. You keep getting the most unfortunate opponents. That monstrous strength. It will continue to block our way to the cipher keys unless we have a plan. There we go, almost everything completed. And we have Alice and pretty much nothing else. Also, something of note that the system, Seraph did not try to break up the fight, so that's something to consider. And we can save, and with this, I'm gonna end it here. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time for Fate Extra. Ciao.